What's going on, guys? And if you're watching this video, that means you read the caption, so you know the big news, which you should be excited for, because the fact that Texas Speed and Performance is getting into the Hemi game is going to be a game changer. If you've looked up the prices on doing a camshaft swap in your Hemi, you've probably been turned off by it because it's expensive. It's about $1,200 to do a full cam swap. RT Life just did one on his, and I think it's like a Green Racing, or I don't know who he is. He does comp cams, sends out his custom grind, and then you'll get a comp cam, and then his package, whatever it may be. I don't know, I've never used his services, so I can't say good or bad things about him. But what I can say is I've used Texas Speed and Performance for about 2 years now. If you know me, you know that I stick mostly to the LS stuff because that's just what I know and make a lot of power for really cheap. I'm getting into the Hemi world and I'm starting to realize that it is not really cheap. It's actually really expensive. So original plan was to have my Hemi, I was gonna do the camshaft and valve springs and everything this summer, but I started looking at prices and I was like, honestly, I might as well just throw a supercharger on it and let her eat. But if you guys follow PRI, which I assume if you're a car guy you probably do, you saw that yesterday they made Texas Speed and Performance. If you don't follow them, they made this post right here releasing that they are going to be making a Hemi camshaft. So I saw that as an opportunity to make this video and make their products known to the Hemi world because they have outstanding stuff. If you don't know who they are, you've never heard of them. If you know Leroy the Savage, the twin turbo Corvette that's running 7s in the stick shift class, 7s in a quarter mile, it's stupid fast. Powered by Texas Speed Performance. Sketchy Vert, powered by Texas Speed Performance. All right, the Unicorn, Kyle Loftus, C5 Vet is soon to be powered by Texas Speed Performance. All right, Casey Rants, he has 240, all of its Texas Speed. These guys are setting records. They're super fast, and they all have one thing in common, and that's Texas Speed Performance. So for them to get into the Hemi aspect of things and start doing custom grind cams and performance parts for Hemi is huge. That is, and they're gonna be so much cheaper. So anyways, back to the story. I saw that on Instagram, immediately knew that I needed to do this video and I needed to contact them so everyone with a Hemi can get a little bit of insight on their product. So today I called and I spoke with a salesman named Tyler, something like that, and I discussed with him. So what's going to be the deal with this? What's going to be the specs of the cam? Are they going to be VVT? Are they going to be, everything you need to know before you order a cam? And to my surprise, they didn't even know that the Hemi camshaft was in the works. The sales people had no idea. They didn't find out until yesterday, along with, well, pretty much everyone else. So Texas Speed has been holding out on us and not telling us, but it's okay. They are releasing it, which is outstanding. But anyways, so they are gonna have 4 stages. That's right, 4 stages. I'm not sure on the specs yet. Hopefully it's going to be released onto their website, which I will put down in the description down below. But they will have 4 different stages. I'm assuming they're probably going to have a supercharger a forced induction cam. I assume that would probably be one of their cams. But as far as specs, I have no idea. They will be all VVT. All the Gen 3 Hemis are, I believe. But with that being said, if you do not want to deal with the VVT, they do have a VVT lockout, which essentially what that does is if you have a camshaft that's got 228 duration like mine is, my stock 5.7 is 228. So instead of adjusting your cam, it's locked out to always being 228 duration. Whereas with VVT, it's done in a mathematical way. So say you have 110 on your exhaust side and then 118 on the intake side, it does some magical horsepower things. I'm not really sure how that works. I just know that it uses like a phaser or whatever. But it still adds up to 228, which would be your overall duration. That's variable valve timing. That's the VVT camshaft. Now, if you had the phaser, or excuse me, the VVT lockout, you would always have 228 duration. So it's super cool that they have that. They will be selling full kits. Also, they will be doing lifters, so you can do MBS delete lifters, which is something I'm gonna do, especially running the road courses that I do. MDT or MDS lifters, they don't like to rev high for long periods of time. MDS, by the way, is your eco mode. So when you're driving and it cuts off 4 cylinders, if you're Chevy LS guy, it's DOD, displacement on demand. For Dodge, it is MDS. So they will have that available. You will be able to delete that, which is probably a good call if you plan on racing it. And I assume if you plan on throwing a camshaft into your Hemi, you're probably doing some racing. So I'm very excited to see what they got going on over at Texas Speed and Performance. I'm a little upset that they've been keeping this a secret, but I think it's super awesome. And the prices. I talked to him today. He said more than likely it's going to be about the same price range as an LS. So right around $400 to $600, depending on what all you get. If you get a lockout or the whole kit. Also, another big thing is you will not have to change the valve springs. So that means that the duration is not going to be super high, which is good. I run a Texas Speed and Performance camshaft in my Trans Am, which I have a little icon right here that'll take you to a video of that. It runs super good. I'm shifting at about close to $7,000, no valve float. I have Texas Speed and Performance valve seats, springs, and obviously their camshaft and push rods. And super good stuff. I'm really excited. And for sure now I will be installing a camshaft on the Hemi, which is exciting because I'm definitely going to need that to help get me into that 8-minute range. But one of the most important parts before you do a camshaft, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about doing a camshaft, make sure that you have an efficient engine. And what I mean by that is make sure that there's no restrictions when on your current setup. So what I mean is high flowing exhaust, high flowing intake is a very important part before you even think about doing a camshaft. Because with the camshaft, you're going to be flowing more air as it is, and if you have the stock airbox, stock headers and exhaust, you're not going to have the full potential that you're going to get with the camshaft with all those supporting modifications. So I'm super excited. I'm really hoping that they go ahead and drop the info onto the website by this week, by the end of this week, and I'm sure if it's not this week, it should be next week. But anyways, thanks for watching. Give me a like if this video helped you out. Comment down below what camshaft you're thinking about doing, what are your plans, and share this video. Give everybody the knowledge that there is a cheaper route out there with probably better quality than comp. That's just my personal opinion. Who am I to judge? I would pick Texas Speed Performance over comp any day for half the price. Anyways, have a good night and catch you later.